Sanbanan, now you're gonna do physical sciences, but physics part. You're gonna do an exam, a question paper that was written in 2018 November. But we are gonna now focus on question two only. You're gonna now focus on question 2 only. I'm gonna do question 3 later because I'm tired now. Okay, here's the diagram. They are saying two forces of magnitude 50 newtons and 80 newtons act at a point on a Cartesian plane in a direction below, in a direction shown in the sketch below. So you have 50 newtons and 80 newtons to the right. So 2.1, a single vector having the same effect as two or more vectors together. That is the resultant vector. Let's just move on. They're saying calculate the magnitude of the vertical component. Okay. Mabati vertical component. But show the component that is going upward or downwards. But on the vertical side, like iganje, we have our so ka tower. So it is opposite over hype, ka it is adjacent over hype, tan it is opposite over adjacent. Marathina manje, since le phezulu le bathi bafuna the magnitude of the component of the 50 newtons angithi. So lena bafuna this side yeah phezulu. So which means that you are gonna use sine. You're gonna use sine, which is sine theta equals to opposite over hypotenuse. We're gonna say sine 30 equals to opposite over, what is our hypotenuse there? It is 50 newtons. So it is opposite over 50. So it will be we are gonna cross multiply. Opposite times 1, it is opposite up. It's equals to 50 sine 50 30 times 50, it will be 50 sine 30. So let's check our calculators. $25, so 25. Therefore we can just say force Y, since it is going upward, is equals to 25 newtons. Usasiyitholile manje evaluative of number 1. So let's go to 2.2. 2.2.2. 2.2.2 is calculate the magnitude of the resultant force and check it carries 5 marks. So manje lana you have like 1 here and 1 here, 2 marks. So mabati calculate the magnitude of the resultant force. You must find the resultant force for vertical component and horizontal component. And then let's check our diagram. Our diagram is like this. You see, our diagram is like this. We have x going that side, and we have x going that side, and we have y going that side, ne? Okay, so let's resolve for our x component. We can say r x, it is equals to, let's check our x components there, which are horizontal. So if we can check 80, it is our x component. Mara le where le ayiko. So let's calculate it. Now we want the adjacent side. We can just say sine, we can say cos theta is equals to arch over hype. Cos it is adjacent over hypotenuse, which is equals to, let's just do it separately, cos 30 is equals to adjacent over 50. So it will be adjacent is equals to 50 cos 30. Let's do it on our calculator. 50 cos 30, it is 43,30. So adjacent is equals to 43,30 newtons. So now we can resolve because we have our x value going that side and our x value going that side. So we can say R iqala lana manje i-answer yethu. You can say okay, it can start there because they didn't have our another value for x, so it will start here. So it will be rx is equals to, we can start with checking our diagram. So if you can check our diagram, 80 it is positive and it, and 43 it is positive. So we can start with the bigger number. We can say 80 newtons minus 43,30 newtons. The reason why I'm saying these two forces must be subtracted, it is because 43,30 it is going that side, then 80 newton is going that side. You see, as you can see, check where 80 is going. It is going to the right, and in this side we just find out another x for value for x, it is 43, it is going to the left, so it will be a negative value. Obvious, you know what's a Cartesian plane. I'm a negative value, they are going to the left. I'm a positive value, they are going to the right. So let's do a calculation. 80 minus 43,30, it is 36,7. So it will be 36,7 for our resultant value of our resultant resultant force of x values. Resultant force of x values. Let's do the resultant force of y values. Let's check our diagram there. We can only have our y value of one value of y there, so we will just say f y is equals to 25 newtons. The reason why I said fy, it is because we only had one force going upward. We didn't have two force going upward or downward. So if it was 25 newtons going upward, okay, so lana I must also say upward because it is a vector. So vectors are physical quantities that has both magnitude and direction. So this is the magnitude, this is the direction. So every time when you are applying vector, you are applying you are using the vectors, you must add the magnitude and the direction. So kusho ukuthi manje I'm gonna, okay, lana it is to the right, obvious. This one it is to the left. So every time just put your values. So our for y we only have a force going upward, we don't have a force going downwards. But if it was 25 newtons upward, maybe 10 newtons going downwards, we're gonna say 25 minus 10. Unfortunately I go. So let's just calculate the resultant force. Okay, we can just say we can just say f net squared. F net, it is the resultant force, or therefore energy is equals to rx squared plus fy squared. Then rx squared, it is 36,7 squared plus fy